Hello and welcome to the JA Titan Public Account tutorial. This tutorial is intended for helping you on the instructional day when presenting to students. So the first thing you want to do is get on the internet and go to the address bar and go to the Titan website, and that is titan.ja.org. Do not enter www, that won't work, so it's just titan.ja.org. And then you are at the website. You'll notice that there is JA Titan 3.0 and JA Titan 4.1. We want to refrain from the 4.1 at this time. That's the newer version of Titan, but there are some bugs in that. So for the first day, your first day as far as instructing students, we want to click on 3.0 Public Edition. The second day for competition, in the next tutorial, it'll be 3.0 School Edition. So now that we're at the JA Titan public website, we need a username and password. So in order to get that, we need to click on Set Up a New Account. And again, when you do this, you want to set this up at home the night before you go to a school for a classroom. You don't want to do this right away at the beginning of the class time because this will eat up the class time period. So we clicked on Setting Up a New Account, put in your name, last name, and then click on Continue. And that will take us to step 2 of 2, name, last name, our company name, and our username. I would keep that brief and simple, between 4 and 32 characters as stated. So we're going to call this JA Tutorial. And I would also have the password be the same as well. State, we're in Minnesota. Zip code, whatever your zip code is. And then email. Any email that pertains to you. And as far as these check marks, I would just check all of them off. If you want any information, go ahead and click on those. But other than that, we have our username and password, which are the same. You want to remember that, keep it simple and brief, and click on Finish. And here we go. So we have not done any games yet. We want to click on New Practice Game. And this is what comes up. Name. We're going to actually can name the game that we're going to be showing to the students. You can leave it at this. If you're going to, let's say, Mr. Anderson's class, first period, you can call it Anderson 1. Total number of players, I always go 8. Put as many as you can on there because we'll be playing against the computer. Player level, for our purposes, we'll choose easy. Game length, there's short, regular, long. You can just click on short. Sound on, that's fine. Click on Finish. And sometimes there's a small delay based on the school server or whatnot. If there's any questions, you can call the tech help number at 1-866-528-4826. That'll also be, we'll also mention that later on in the next tutorial. You can always call one of us JA coordinators via cell phone, and we'll help you as soon as we can. So here we are on the screen. And in order to get going, we click on Play Game. And then here we go. Here's where it's initiating loading. And here is the screen. This should look familiar if you watch the previous tutorial as far as how to play JA Titan. So we are going to go back and sign out. Now we're at the Titan website. And now that we set up our username and password, we can enter them in. So it was JA Tutorial. And it was also the same for the password. It makes things easy. Click on Sign In. And here we go. And there is that game that we made, Anderson 1. So if we click on that, it'll bring up to play game. All we need to do is click on the yellow tab, and we're ready to go as far as instructing to students. So again, when you arrive to school, all you would need is internet access from the teacher. Go to the address bar and click on titan.ja.org. Type in your username, your password. Click on the game that you set it up for, and you're ready to go. At this time, you also want to, before just jumping into it, give a little bit about yourself to the students. Keep things brief. Any cool, funny stories you want to say, any real life examples. When I've gone into classes, I always talk about some of my friends that work in the video game industry, people that are working for local Minnesota companies. Really, any real life examples that can show that you're human and show that that any successes or anything that is positive in your life that you want to convey to the students. You have a lot of students that will seem uninterested at first, but when you start talking, they become more interested as they realize, oh, this is actually something that I can do and excel at. So I would keep things really at a personal level, talk throughout the game as far as things that motivate you, that intrigue you about business, and let them know for any questions to ask and to make it as enjoyable as possible.